Yes, I have pants with my face on them too.
Whether you're just turning out or winding down, I'm glad you joined me for another episode of Coffee with Dubs. Welcome in.
You know, one of the hardest emotional skills people ever develop is learning how to sit peacefully with unfinished things. Because humans naturally want closure. We want answers. We want certainty. We want the clean, final version as fast as possible because unfinished things make us uncomfortable. They leave room for doubt, room for mistakes, room for second guessing ourselves. And today, I've really been feeling that while I've been working on the mural. Because I've got a ton of pencil work done now, and the structure is there. The layout exists. Most of the major visual decisions I've already have living on the canvas, but I still haven't started the Sharpie lines yet. And if I'm being real with you, it's because that hesitation comes from permanence. Sharpie lines feel permanent. Pencil still feels safe. Pencil says you can change your mind, you can adjust, you can erase. You still have options, but the second marker touches the surface, now it's committed. It's forever. It's what everybody sees. Now the decision becomes real. And I think life works like that a lot more often than we like to admit. A lot of us stay in that emotional pencil stage for way too long because permanence scares us. Decisions frighten us. Commitment petrifies us to our core. And so we hover in this weird unfinished middle ground where everything still technically has the possibility to change. And sometimes that's wisdom, but sometimes it's fear disguised as caution. Because eventually you realize something. Nothing meaningful gets completed without accepting a little permanence somewhere along the way. That's true in art, that's true in relationships, that's true in personal growth. I mean, it's a fact in becoming the person you're becoming right now. At some point, you have to stop endlessly sketching possibilities and start making intentional lines. And maybe that's why unfinished things weigh on people emotionally sometimes. Not because they are bad, but because they force us to sit with uncertainty a lot longer than we prefer, especially in adulthood. Because adulthood basically is one long unfinished season of things when you think about it. Unfinished goals, unfinished healing, unfinished projects, unfinished conversations, unfinished versions of ourselves. And you never really arrive at some magical final state where everything suddenly feels complete and figured out forever. Life keeps moving. You keep evolving. The picture keeps changing, and maybe peace comes from learning not to panic inside that process. Because I think the younger versions of ourselves believed that unfinished meant failing, incomplete meant broken, and uncertain meant danger. But the older I get, the more I'm realizing unfinished means simply alive. Things are still growing unfinished. Things are still evolving unfinished. Things are still becoming unfinished. And that's not failure, that's motion. And today, I'm standing in front of the mural before work, and I think that's what I'm struggling with right now. Whether or not I can start putting down the pencil and working with Sharpie. I know I can. It's accepting that every permanent line means trusting myself enough to move forward without endlessly revisiting every possibility. That's vulnerable, and honestly, I think a lot of people live their entire lives waiting for 100% certainty before making decisions that require courage. But certainty rarely arrives first. Usually, the line comes first. Then, confidence catches up afterward. That's the strange part. The commitment creates clarity. More often than the clarity creates commitment. And maybe someone other than me needed to hear that today. Maybe your life feels unfinished and messy right now. Maybe you're stuck in between sketching and committing. Maybe you're waiting for an absolute certainty before taking the next emotional, creative, or relationship step, whichever it is. But maybe growth sometimes sounds like this. I'm still uncertain, but I trust myself enough to keep drawing anyway. Because unfinished doesn't mean hopeless. It doesn't mean broken. Unfinished simply means that the story is still being written. And maybe that's something beautiful about it too. So, let me know about your story in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Coffee with Dubs. I'm out of here.